And I was saying something else. Oh yes, and one of the things is teeth. Many people say, have you checked out this man's teeth? Have you ever seen something so ugly in your life? Let me explain to you how you get teeth like mine.
Yeah.
When I was sort of in my teens, I used to know this sort of gang. And I remember one of them, he aged about 15, his teeth were absolutely awful. And at the time, I just assumed, what a loser. Then it happened to me. What it is, once you get known to the authority, they put your details on a computer. And so you go to a dentist and he checks you out. And it says something like, teach this man a lesson where it hurts, ruin his teeth. You believe this only happens in the Middle East? Deliberately drilled out my teeth, deliberately put in a huge false tooth, and you say, there you are, sir, and you get judged by your teeth. Everyone knows if you've got brilliant teeth, you can do no wrong in society. If you've got teeth like mine, you can do no right. So, and that's what always people want to see. So check out the state of this man's teeth. People think it's the Middle East. Britain, as far as human rights, I don't believe it. Tops the bill. What they do to your teeth, geezers like me, mate, is what a dentist lives for. They drill into your teeth, deliberately, on purpose, drill out good teeth and put in a naff filling and just think, perfect. He's got the perfect smile, and that's all you need to know about him.
Can you tell us, can you just say what you said about fluorescent jackets, remember?
Fluorescent jackets.
Because I'm wearing one, aren't I?
Fluorescent jackets can, for some people, be intimidating because it's associated with the authorities. However, a fluorescent jacket need not be intimidating in that respect, because a fluorescent jacket is the same thing plants use. What? Let me explain to you how a fluorescent jacket works. We hear the colours of the rainbow, but you also get light beyond the visible spectrum, ultraviolet and infrared. Ultraviolet, which is associated with skin cancer and insanity and foaming at the mouth, can be converted by certain chemicals into visible light, and that's how fluorescent jackets work. They convert ultraviolet radiation into the visible spectrum. I like to talk about the rainbow, because we often associate the rainbow with rainbow warriors, peace and all that, and it's how the rainbow gets hijacked, if you like. People start claiming, hey, that's mine. Who owns the rainbow then? Well, actually, I wouldn't like to say, but a lot of people associate rainbows with this and that, one thing and the other. The reason why we get light is it's different frequencies. You can split sunlight by using a prism, and it's to get the primary colours. But there's an infinite number of colours. There's an infinite number of frequencies. However, if you get a spectrometer, that can we notice certain chemicals have got characteristic frequencies, and from that they worked out the universe is expanding, so-called redshift. And from this, some were able to, in theory, deduce there was possibly a great big bang a long time ago, the origins of the supposed universe.
Can I just ask you, sorry to interrupt, I probably shouldn't have interrupted.
No, please do.
Can you tell me what you were saying about mental institutions, or I can't remember what you call them?
Mental institutions were designed with men like me in mind. I spent extensive time in all the high security units.
You've done a tour, have you?
Yes, Rampton, Ashworth and Broadmoor, all of which were quite pleased to make my acquaintance. And they all came to the conclusion that they never met a man quite like me who'd be so capable of outrage. I spent many years planning outrages. I'll give you a broad spectrum of the sheer extent I've thought it through. So, okay, well, you want to commit an outrage, you know, like the first thing is you may say, no, I mustn't entertain this idea. Eventually you say, hold on a second, if I'm going to commit an outrage, I may as well make it an outrage to go down in history. You don't just want to do something silly, you might do, but once you get over that initial hurdle, You say, hey, this is an interesting subject. I'll go over every possible option. The first thing is just to calm down, because talking about outrages, of course, for some people, particularly psychiatrists, can be a fast track back onto awards. There's billions, trillions upon outrages, and there's surprisingly few committed. And what surprised me even more is the few that have been committed. Really, even I could do better.
Can you give me some examples?
Pardon me?
Can you give me some examples?
Okay, I'll try to give you some examples, the more unusual ones. One type of outrage is simply to be a living outrage, to make things like these wheels. Now you may say, well, that's not an outrage, but it's outrageous behaviour. And it's sort of thought crime. Thought crime is perhaps the one thing that can't be hacked. It's equivalent in religion of heresy. While we don't have heresy laws in this any longer, we have in effect, still to this day, individuals who are persecuted over and above what's rational. Now I've made something, it's called lateral thinking. You know, remember lateral thinking? But I tell you, in our society, I must have hit upon a sensitive nerve. Because while they go on and on about lateral thinking, when you get down to it, no one puts it into practice. About the best I get is there's something missing in the middle or nice bicycle. And that goes to show you what an outrage is. Be able to think in a way no one else can. Have you ever seen anybody with like what I've built? I ain't. So what does that make me? Well, in eyes of psychiatrists, a substantial danger to public law and order, a heretic in effect. The church cannot hack it because, you see, to them it's a cult. Say, well, what's the basis of my belief? Lateral thinking. Put into practice, not just words, actual how I live my life. I'm a physicist. I was taught how to think in a lateral way. So I work out, you get a couple of wheels, a couple of pieces of wood, I've got two arms, and I make use of them. And yeah, anyway, and that's about it. And then talk about Tommy Rock. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. And if you're going to say something daft, what I've learned is say it moving, like the armed forces. What they do is they commit outrages on the hoof. That's always the best outrages. And one of the oldest tactics is to circle your prey. It's been used since time started. What they do is, I'll give you examples.
A bit like you're doing now.
Yes. What you used to do is you got from the east, it's the Mongols. The Mongols had this one spectacular tactic that's never been beaten in history, at least before modern weapons. They could ride a horse without reins. They could get the horse to go where he and she wanted to go, the stirrups. They had bows and arrows. They created complete and utter pandemonium. They're unstoppable. And their same tactics. They would circle their huddled prey and just bombard them with arrows. And they stormed in and they went as far as Hungary, where some of them settled the Magyars and then scarpered off. But in its time, they're greatly feared. They come down their hordes and create immense damage. And that's basically what I do. I don't really do much of anything, but it's the psychological impact that where's this man coming from? Why is he doing this? And what on earth is his purpose in life? Reason is that it's just something to do, something to while away 20 minutes of my miserable life otherwise, and have a bit of a laugh at the same time, and more or less get away with it. You know, because I've been doing this sort of things for years. I used to go to Parliament Square. Brian's not there anymore, as we know.
Yeah.
But what I used to do is I used to walk around the square, just hurling the first things that came to mind. And I found, as long as you kept walking, it's like the days of the marches. We don't get proper marches these days. It's, you know, all sorts of things. Save the dodo, save the this, save the that. But people these days, basically, the attitude is, we've grown up a little bit, and David Cameron's quite a nice man. Have you noticed this? Seriously, have you noticed this? People who once hated the government now sink glasses. They're basically David Camerons. Well, at least a few I know that do well for themselves, driving nice expensive cars. How the hell they manage it, I don't know. Nice homes, better than me. So there's only about one of me left now. I don't know about this chap here, but I know this one you're speaking about, the 1914 chap, 1814.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was around the day centre just a little while ago, and he's going on about this. Anyway, I'll tell you a little bit fast, chat, we'll clear off. He's going to me about his friend who spontaneously, overnight, turned into a zombie, and apparently knocked in his door wanting a bottle opener. And I thought I'm gonna focus on this thing. And I said, well, why didn't you give your friend the bottle opener? I said, look, he spontaneously turned into a zombie. Do you think how stressful that was? He wanted but he couldn't find his bottle opener. So him and I had this 5-minute wrangle, and I kept saying, look, it's simple. You've complicated it. Your friend just wanted a bottle opener. He couldn't find his bottle opener. And he charged me, but I got him. I said, look, your next door neighbour, I kept drawing it back.
Next door neighbour's gay.
Well, whatever. That's what probably, he's homophobic. Some zombies are homosexual. You have to watch out for them, they're the worst ones. I've met them before. They don't take no for an answer.